Okay, to make it, you're going to drop down a 1/4 inch from the top so your color strip is not fighting for space. Once you drop down a 1/4 inch from both sides, go ahead and connect it all across the top, all the way across. That's going to be the top of that color strip. You're going to drop down 1 inch on the edge. Now this paper is 12, it's going to work out so beautifully. This paper is 12 inches long. How many colors exist on the color wheel? Huh? 12. So, what size are the blocks that you're going to be making, y'all? 1 inch blocks. So simple. All right. So go ahead, put your 0 line on the edge of your paper. You're going to mark off every 1 inch along the bottom, and I would also suggest marking off every 1 inch along the top as well. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why, Ms. B, why did you just copy it? Why didn't I just copy it on the copy machine? No, it's actually a really basic answer. Copy paper is 8.5 by 11 inches. And if you were painting on cheap copy paper, the paper wouldn't hold the paint, and your squares would be really tiny. It would be very difficult to do it. So that's why we're doing. Now, these little 1 inch strips should be cake for you after all that owl gridding, right? We can handle this. Okay. Next up, you're going to drop down a 1/2 inch for some separation. It just all builds from the top bit. Go straight across, and then you're going to make your gray a 1/2 inch down. It's not going to be very big. Y'all are not going to be using very much paint for this. In fact, I'll probably put primaries and neutrals just in the middle of your table, and you will mix on your own plate. Okay, so color wheel, grayscale. The grayscale is going to be separated into how many spaces you think? Thank you. Why? Because that's how big the paper is. The math works out so easy. Why make it harder, right? You can expand gray into 12 spaces. That's cake. The first one and the last one, what do you think they're going to be? Black and white. So you're only changing it the 10 times. Take away the edges. Now, if you wanted to do this first strip and the second strip and then just do your lines, you can do that as well, as long as you skip the space. There's no law with that. Okay. Next up, drop down a little, make a little separator. So visually it looks nice. And then you're going to go ahead and make your section for your brown. No! We're recording. What do I do? Bend it up. Micah? Okay, all right, bye. All right. Okay, so you have your brown section. You're going to, they're only going to be 1 inch wide. So here's what I would do. Go ahead and just use the end of the ruler as kind of a good starting spot. And it's consistent that way. Make a few marks along the way. Yeah, you're just going to kind of separate real light. Do your 3 squares. Drop it down. Does that make sense to y'all? Yeah. Then make your second one. I don't care how far apart they're spaced. I really don't. What I'm looking for here, what I'm assessing, is that your mixing is accurate and your application is well crafted. What does that mean, application being well crafted? When you apply something with good craftsmanship, what does that mean? Wake up.
It looks good.
It looks good? Why does it look good?
Yeah, it's great.
The paint is nice and... Okay, we're not going to paint. If you guys are not going to try here, I'm not going to try.